We are Lancaster University Comedy Institute. We meet every Monday, Wednesday and Friday. Yeah, I'll remind you about that at the end. But first and foremost, I'll introduce your compere for the night. It's Scott! Give a round of applause!
Hello everyone, you ready for a good night? Yeah! Some stand-up, and some improv, and some audience participation. What we're going to have?
Audience participation.
What?
Comedy?
Yeah. What's your name?
Thomas.
What do you do?
Film and creative writing at Lancaster University.
Boo!
Good answer. Time for our first improv game of the night, which is Get Out of Town for Annie, Will, Barney and Emilia. This game has our 3 improvisers, been a crisis, and we each sound a word. Whenever that word is said, they have to leave the stage. When it's said again, they come back onto stage. So can we get a crisis for them?
You took Viagra instead of aspirin in your parents' evening.
Go with that one. Can we get a word for Will?
Viagra.
Get a word for Emilia.
Child.
We get a word for Barney.
School.
You ready?
So ready.
Take it away.
Now, Mr. and Mrs. Thomas Johnson Smith, welcome to our parenting. We're here to talk about your son, Timmy. He's a bit of a loud child in lessons.
Sandra.
Yes.
Just 1 second.
Holy shit!
Okay, so he's got some time.
Okay.
Can we talk about my child, please?
Yes.
Just, stay here and talk about it.
Oh, but
It's important.
it's just I've got something to do
Okay.
over here.
Come back.
Put it in the aspirin box.
No, I didn't.
You did. I know you always do this to me.
That's
We're in a school. I can't be.
I'm leaving you.
But our child. What are we going to do?
Sorry about that.
It's okay.
You don't have to do you?
No. Yes.
It's an aspirin.
Yeah. Oh, it's here. There you go.
That
Definitely aspirin.
doesn't look like aspirin.
It is.
What's happening
It's
with
the
you?
toilet.
Oh, okay. Well, did you want to talk about your child or shit? Sorry, I just remembered. I don't want to be here.
Oh. Well. Well, children. I'm in a school.
I'm taking you back.
Oh, thank you.
Don't hold me to account. Pick your penises right now.
Oh, thank you.
We're going to get through this, our child parents' evening together.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. I really hate my job.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you want to talk about Timmy or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talk about Arcus as well.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes, your child. Fuck. Sorry, I need to go cry again.
Oh.
What did Simon do? I mean,
I don't know.
messed up that poor woman.
Yeah. Teaching. Don't get paid enough.
It's true.
Also, my cock's out, kind of. Well, it's not out, but you can kind of. Why did you do this?
So, to be honest, I just wanted to spice things up a little bit.
Yeah.
Our marriage has been dead for a while.
It has been, but that's no reason for you to put Viagra in my. You know what? I need a second.
The school's pretty nice. With the other parts of it.
I see! We've got another improv game for you now. We've got threes, which I need Barney and Emilia for. So for threes, our 2 improvisers, there's a mystery and we're trying to solve it. every so often I'll say freeze, and one of you will shout a genre of movie, and the scene will change to match that genre. Can we get a mystery to start off with?
Maybe 9/11.
Oh god.
Anything else?
Where have the fish gone?
Where the fish gone? Sure.
Let's find out. Hey Kevin,
Hey Barbara.
this aquarium
Yes.
is a little bit low on fish.
No, I was just thinking the same thing.
Like I can see dolphins.
Yes.
But like
But
no,
they're not fish.
they're not.
Interesting.
As we know from that book, that
So-
kids book we read
What
yesterday.
I want to know is where have the fish gone?
Where? That, do you
they're
know
not
what? They're not.
Freeze! Give me a movie genre.
Monster comedy.
What was over there?
Western.
Western.
Now, partner, I've been in touch with you for some time. You've been stealing my fish. I know you have. Goddamn, I know you have. Give me back my fish.
You're accusing me of such things I did not do. Barbara.
Kevin, Kevin, I don't know you no more.
Freeze! Give me another genre.
Rom-com.
Rom-com.
Just tearing the aquarium.
I'm sorry.
Oh, I spilled all of my fish.
Oh god.
Sorry, I can move them up. Ow! Oh, my head.
I'm such a clumsy. Oh god.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Barbara. Hi.
Please, I can't fool myself there.
Sorry.
Freeze! Another genre, please.
Alright.
Horror.
Do you hear the voices? Sometimes I hear the fish speaking to me. No. Oh. Okay. Do you hear them now?
What?
Whispering. Where are we? Where have they put us? Where have we gone?
Okay. Do you want to order anything? Or
Takeout, yeah. Pizza?
yeah, sure. Do you want anything on it?
Fish?
Freeze! Give me one last genre.
An advert?
What?
An advert? That is you. Fish houses.
Let's go with that one, whatever you said.
What did you say?
It's like massive
Like those are
Oh. My God, that massive fish monster just smashed up the plank in the aquarium.
It sure is.
It's taking all the fish!
That bastard.
Oh, fish dinner!
God.
He's eating all of them. No, there's...
I'll tell you what, though, I know where the fish are gone.
Where?
They're dead.
Oh shit, yeah, well that's the answer to the question, isn't it? They're dead.
Yes, you can say.
And see! Now we've got the first stand-up of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage. Well!
Excuse me.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's me again. I don't just introduce the compere, I'm also Will. So in case you can't tell by the way I look, I do theatre. And in case you can't tell by the fact that I do theatre, I didn't receive enough attention as a child. And if you're familiar with any pop psychology from the early 1900s, that'll tell you that I'm not straight. So being queer is like being a vegan. You can just build your whole personality around it. You can be one of those people that doesn't stop talking about it, you know? Case in point. And it's kind of like those guys that watch one episode of Peaky Blinders and then start wearing a flat cap, trying to imbue their whole personality into a piece of fabric. Or like those people that start going, I'm crumbling under the weight of my degree. That's one to me. But yeah, no, I'm not a vegan, I'm a vegetarian. I thought you should all know that. And it comes with its challenges, not least of which is climbing a mountain. Yeah, it wasn't a requirement, I just thought, why not? And what better way to claw back any sense of masculinity that I might otherwise lack? But yeah, so I climbed a mountain, went in Kilimanjaro. In Kilimanjaro, In Tanzania, because yeah, Tanzania is famous for containing a mountain, one mountain in particular, Mount Kilimanjaro, and they nickname it the roof of Africa. So you know it's tall, because roofs are notoriously high. And yeah, I was on Kilimanjaro. You'll be less surprised than I was that there is a lack of plant-based protein on the side of the mountain, so it's safe to say I was already on my knees. But no, it was summit day. The day that you summit, you hit the roof. I didn't. I was on the fucking floor. It was not fun. But yeah, it was summit day, and on Kilimanjaro you have porters carrying some of your stuff. They carry some of the cooking equipment, some of the tents, all the rest of it. And on the final day, on summit day, they insist on carrying a little bit more of your stuff, namely your food and your water. That's what's important for this story. So yeah, my porter on that day was called Jackson. Now Jackson is the most energetic man I've ever met. There was only one of him, but he had enough energy for all 5 of them. That's my worst joke. But yeah, it is. All you need to know about Jackson is they nicknamed him Wacko Jacko, which says all you need to know about the man. We were about 6 hours from the top, and I had some water, I gave it back to him, I was like, thanks Jackson. He said, right, yeah, okay, I'm just going to pop off to the summit and leave it there, if that's all right. And before I could go, he was gone. He was like the road runner. There was just a Jackson-shaped plume of dust where he once was. And I have no idea how he fucking did it, because I know I was a vegetarian and he was eating meat, but even then, we were on the back of a 4-day hike with very little sleep and decreasing amounts of oxygen. But then I realised, I'm on the back of a 4-day hike with very little sleep and decreasing amounts of oxygen, no food, no water. And I don't know if you've ever been on the back of a 4-day hike with very little sleep, decreasing amounts of oxygen, no food, no water, but your legs start feeling a bit funny. So, come to the top, I was crawling. I was on my hands and my knees. I felt like decrepit. I felt like one of those old cats that you can see like a mountain range on their back, on their spine, and they just walk in wavy lines as they mew really pathetically. But not just one of those cats, like one of those cats crossed with a pug that breathes a bit like that sounds like it's breathing through a paper straw that's been in a cup of Fanta for about 4 hours. Actually, imagine this. So you've got the cat, played by James Corden in the film Cats, and you give it Jeremy Clarkson's face and internal organs. And that was me, a creature which, by all means, if it could speak English, would be saying, I should not exist. A pasty little British boy sat 20,000 feet above sea level in so many layers of borrowed clothes that I look like the Michelin Man after a few pints of absinthe or meth. And yeah, from my perspective, I was fighting for my life. I didn't know where I was. I was just crawling. I've never done anything more difficult in my entire life. From everyone else's perspective, there was just this thing. Because of course they'd all walk past me. And they looked down and they saw this thing that was wriggling up the side of the mountain, looking more like a sea cucumber than a human, muttering incoherently about water. Because yes, I was hallucinating. And I got to the top. Pause for applause, thank you. And now you're not meant to clap. Because, no, it was pretty pathetic. I got to the top and I sat down, I had my water, I cried because my tear ducts are now rehydrated. And as my vision returned to me, I stood up because, yes, I'd also lost my vision. And I stood up to take in my surroundings. And all of a sudden, I just started levitating. And I thought, surely not. This can't. I wasn't that bad. But no, if it was my time to embrace the sweet hug of death, then it would send me walking back down this fucking mountain. But no, unbeknownst to me, due to my early little performance, I've been marked for medical evacuation. Now, that is not the same kind of medical evacuation you get in Snowdonia when you try to climb Mount Snowdon in flip-flops. It's what happened is from behind me, two big burly Tanzanian men had swooped in like eagles, one under each arm, and started sprinting full tilt down the mountain, with me in a mysteriously Christ-like pose, cycling my legs as if on an invisible unicycle. And yeah, already wasn't great fun, to be honest. But to make matters worse, a bit of context, in Tanzania, much like single-use plastic, vegetarianism is illegal. So I started having a panic attack. I know they weren't carting me off to prison, but my oxygen-deprived brain thought maybe they could be. Because, you know, there's a police station about that high up. Yeah, it made no sense. But yeah, starting having a panic attack. And the last thing you want to do when you're suspected of a brain bleed is to start hyperventilating and crying and falling over. So yeah, they just ran faster. Great fun. My earlier attempts at embodying a man were even less successful. I used to be a hooker. Yeah, I used to be a hooker, because what better way is there for a teenage boy to relieve his tension than to play rugby? I don't know what you were thinking. Anyone that's unfamiliar with the game of rugby will be very confused at this bit. But yeah, no, I was a hooker. The hooker is the guy that stands in the middle whilst, you know, about 15 other men just smash together repeatedly until a ball comes out. A rugby ball. So, yeah, I was the hooker. My hooking career was fruitful as long as it lasted, and it ended pretty abruptly when it did damage to my skeletal system. That is to say, they blew my back out. So, I was in the scrum, and I'm going to give you a rear view of this, ignore the hole in my trousers. And I was in the scrum, I was a bit like this, as hookers often are. And I had a big burly guy either side of me, like a tree trunk of meat either side of me, and standing between them, having to put your arms around them. Firstly, you need quite the wingspan. Secondly, when they kind of like flex backwards, it's like opting to be put in one of those medieval torture devices. I was just there, spread, open, arms akimbo, ready to receive spinal pain. And yeah, we were in the scrum. And I also have 5 people behind me, bear in mind. And then in front of me, there's another hooker. He's not getting paid either. And he has this pained look in his eyes, as I did, as we both look at each other thinking, this is about to hurt. And he had 2 big burly guys either side of him. Now, convention says, the big burly guys, you know, go for each other. They lock shoulders and we hook, as hookers do. But no, on this occasion, the 2 guys either side of that hooker thought it best to lean on me, because what are hookers for other than leaning on? And so I was here, and I had the weight of 8 people pushing in front of me, and 5 people from the back, plus these 2 guys either side of me just bolstering my force forwards. And all of a sudden, I slipped, and I ended up a bit like this. So I don't know if you've ever seen the back of your knees from this angle. But yeah, I was winded against my thighs. My thighs pushed the air out of my lungs. Something twanged in my lower back, and I waddled off the pitch like I'd been rammed up the arse. It was an interesting time. But yeah, and I'll tell you what, for as much as I went through my hooking career, I wasn't farted on nearly as much as I was as a second row, because that's where I went to next. So rather than staying between these 2 huge guys, I was just back, downwind, you might say, and I just had to fit my head between them. Now these guys weren't vegetarians in the least. They were thoroughbred carnivores, which ironically means they like a bit of sausage. But yeah, these were the kind of guys, just enormous guys, and they'd be dry scooping protein powder on the way into a game. And I tell you what, it doesn't sound as dry on the way out. There's some trauma in that. But yeah, no, I've stopped playing rugby. I thought wasn't quite my ball game. I guess. Whoa, yeah. There's a bit of comedy for you. I got to uni, I'd given up the rugby, I'd finished the Kilimanjaro thing, and I thought, I'll just hang out with more vegetarians. It's, you know, if you can't beat them, join them. And I started wearing my mum's clothes. Troy would also have to say something about that. But yeah, no, I started doing drag. I did ask her before I stole her dress, but yeah, I'm a drag queen, but hold your stones and pitchforks, because I'm about to tell you a story, which involves someone doing something to me, which I'm sure a few of you want to, which is harass me on the basis of my cross-dressing. So, yeah, I've not, yeah, prejudice. I've not done much drag, but I've done it a few times. The first time I did it, I clearly expressed some death wish in going to Sugar afterwards, in full drag. But yeah, it's weird. I've not done much of it, but I've gained some observations. Drag queens actually share some resemblance in behaviour to rugby players. A rugby player will stand in front of a group of men, point at all of them and go, "You're gay." And a drag queen will stand in front of a room of men, point at all of them and go, "You're gay." And the difference is in the wink, I think. But if you don't believe me, I mean, from my experience, rugby players are the most homosexual, heterosexual men I've ever met. In my brother's team, they had a little game they like to play in the changing room called Cock or Ball. True story. I'm glad I never had to get involved. Because yeah, they'd be wearing their really tight shorts, their skin-tight, hooker-like shorts, and they would expose a bit of skin from under one of the short legs. It was a lovely, tasteful game, and the onlooker would have to guess whether it was the skin of their penis or of their scrotum, and that was all there was to the game. If you guessed incorrectly, you just got slapped around the face with a schlong. I'm sure some of them lost on purpose, but yeah, an interesting bunch. But yeah, I went to Sugar as a drag queen. I was there, I was dancing, I was boogieing, I was having a good time, I was a bit drunk, and well, in heels you can't really dance that much. I was just like kind of doing this a little bit. It was a bit weird looking, I'll admit that. But no, then behind me, there was a group of guys, and I was like, oh, I'm in danger. And one of them just started flicking my ear, like this, like a little bigoted mosquito, just like going, and yeah, he was doing that, and then he must have mistaken me for who I was in my hooker days, because he decided to pull my hair. And of course, it came off, it was a wig. And I like the confusion that I was met with. I'd like to think he went home to his girlfriend and said, I didn't know it was detachable. But yeah, no, I turned around and looked at this man, and he was indeed very confused. Because he just seemed what could pass as a woman, I guess, if I am to give myself some credit. Upon ripping my hair off, I turned around and I was a 6'5" in the heels, wildebeest with a painted face, who like growled involuntarily as I lurched forward, grabbed the wig off the floor, put my shoulder through him, and strutted off into the darkness. And I think that encounter might be a few years worth of therapy for him. Doesn't bother me too much. But yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe I should just eat a bit more meat. Thank you.
We've got another improv game for you. It's called Let's Make a Date. And that I need Emilia, Will, Barney and Vincent. Let's Make a Date. Basically, it's like a game show. You got one lovely person trying to find love, and 3 lovely contestants. But before I tell you what they are, Will, you gotta leave.
We'll miss you.
I will.
No, not really.
So, Emilia is going to have a strange relationship Vincent is going to have a weird job. Barney is going to be a character from history or fiction with a twist. Can we get a strange relationship from Emilia's happen?
No.
He's enema practitioner.
What's that?
He's an enema.
What's the name of it?
No, we don't have time.
Well, you're that then.
No, we won't.
We have something else then.
Did his colonoscopy.
I'm sensing a theme.
Dinner's cool. I can't say it.
Okay.
You had that. We got a weird job for Vincent.
Dog gynecologist.
Anything not colonoscopy? Can't say it.
Something not related to things below the waistline.
That's the one.
You're welcome, Sean.
Come on, members of Comedy
Penguin
Society.
tamer.
What?
You're a penguin tamer. And finally, we have a character from history or fiction with Mr. Barney.
Kim Drummond is a porn star.
Sure.
I've got a suit for you.
Who you are?
I did his colonoscopy.
I'm a penguin tamer. I'm Kim Jong-un, who's a porn star.
So, on three, let's say we'll all come back in. 1, 2, 3. Well, come back in! Well, welcome to Let's Make a Date. Johnny, what's your first question for these people?
So, you've clearly got something awful. So, I like a good first impression. What would be the location of our first date?
That's number 2.
Yeah. Location of our first date? Well, nowhere below the border. Probably. Because I don't like people from below that line. I don't like people above the line either. Pretty hateful person. We're going to go out.
Okay.
That's number B.
Number B.
Yeah.
Well, nowhere above the equator, that's for certain. I mean, things are going. It's just that there are more things I'm interested in. Though the further south you go, first you get to sort of Antarctica.
That's number 8.
Oh, that's tricky. I think we should probably avoid maybe Thai restaurants or Spanish restaurants with spicy food, just because you know what that does. So somewhere maybe a pizza restaurant somewhere. Oh no, wait, because you're lactose intolerant. So maybe not that. Maybe we just avoid food altogether. Maybe just a nice walk in the park. You know, something not at all related to any of that.
There's some decent first dates coming up. What's your second question for all of them?
Okay, so let's just say, because I don't like any of your ideas, we're going to a restaurant. We're in this restaurant. I'll let you pick what I eat. What do I eat in this restaurant?
Fish. Nothing but fish. Maybe some squid.
Jumping the gun there a bit.
Interesting.
That's number 8.
Well, I wouldn't let you have bread because that clogs you up a bit. So, what's just a nice, maybe a nice healthy salad. You know, get some nutrients back in your system. I think you need to. Sorry. Professional opinion.
Yeah.
That's at number 6.
I've got something to eat.
What's your last question for them?
Interesting. Throw me off a bit. So, we've had our first date in the restaurant. I'm not shat myself. Let's go back to mine. What movie are we watching when we get to mine?
Tested and Barney.
Ooh, tricky. I mean, I'm a fan of like a medical drama because, you know, I like to pick out everything they're doing wrong with it and just like really criticize that. I don't know. I know it's bad. I also like shit movies, like really shit movies. I just like something. I just enjoy watching them.
Tested and Barney.
Not The Interview. I don't like that film. I mean, there's some films that I'm in that you might find interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know. I played a variety of roles. Delivery man, policeman, father-in-law. Yeah.
You can test it from the beat.
Well, Madagascar has 4 characters that are quite good. Maybe one of the Happy Feet films though.
Yeah. Great film.
So, you asked questions. Now it's time for me to ask you a question.
Sure.
Who do you think these people are? Start with strange relationship.
Have you inspected my stool sample? Are you a shit doctor? You've done my colonoscopy.
Yeah.
Oh. You know the inside and out.
What about the weird job?
Penguin expert, a penguinologist,
Foreshadowing it now, so I'm trying to help. You didn't mention the second one.
penguin cowboy, penguin wrangler, penguin breeder.
Why did you make it sound so funny?
A penguin. Are you a penguin?
That is not a job.
Oh, is he a tailor? A penguin. What was that?
I think you misheard. Is it not Penguin Taylor? No.
Penguin sailor.
Did anyone else say Penguin Taylor? Or? Yeah, I think you're both wrong.
You normally do lions.
Penguin tamer.
Character of history.
I'm getting too quick. I'm getting
some level of uniform, even if it's like just
what? Yeah. Take the plunge. Because are you a super ruler? Of me or of North Korea? I'm
A person.
You're a person.
Yeah.
I hope so. Do you make films? What kind of films do you make?
I thought it was pretty obvious.
Well, you're Kim Jong-un. Thank you.
Or what's the twist?
But yeah.
Kim Jong.
Is he in porn? Is that
Yes.
Yeah.
Which one of these tests you're taking?
You've seen too much.
between the two P's, penguin and porn star?
I mean, it's not really a question, is it? I'll take Kim.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's make a day. Now it's time for our second stand-up of the evening. Welcome to the stage, Barney!
Hello. Hello. That wasn't sitting, I was just testing the mic. Cool. Right, my name's Barney. Who we should address that first? Yeah, my name's Barney. No, I don't know how drunk my parents were, and they decided that would be a decent name to give a child. It's a mixed bag of a name, really is. On the positive side, if I'm in public and if someone says Barney, and I know they're probably talking to me. It's all the positives. I mean, the only other Barney people really know is Barney the dinosaur. I mean, that's a namesake kind of peaked around 5 years old. I think even by 6, kids were starting to realise it was pretty gay. It's a dog's name. You should probably say a dog's name as well. I mean, you want to pet a Barney. You don't want to snog a Barney. You know, you want to take Barney to the park. You don't want to get poorly lit dick pics of Barney. You want to let Barney up on the sofa. You don't want to be like consoling him on a Tuesday night about performance issues involving erectile dysfunction, among other things.
Sorry.
Right. Yeah, I've never met another Barney, which is kind of weird. I mean, it might have been because I grew up in Birkenhead, near Liverpool, which I think makes me a Scouser. Controversial statement. I never quite fit in with the other Scousers. I don't know why. I mean, I hang out with Scousers all the time, and I wore the same clothes as them, but I kept the voice, and turns out it's pretty crucial to like day-to-day Scousing, I guess. Like nothing sounds right. Like chicken in a can of Coke doesn't sound right. I don't know. I'll fucking shank you doesn't sound right. This voice. I mean, like it didn't work. I mean, we'd get into like fights with other people and other groups, and all my friends would be killing it, doing their Scouse thing. Like, all right, lad, I fucking want some. And I'm there. That's awful for it. I'm there at the back, like 6'2", just going, do you want some? Do you? It also didn't help that I was a Chelsea fan. I was a plastic Chelsea fan as well. Not even a real Chelsea fan. I mean, I didn't buy the shirts, I didn't go to the games. I mean, I wasn't even racist. Yeah. But I think not having a team kind of gave me an outside perspective on football and football culture. I mean, everyone at my school knew I was a Chelsea fan, which I didn't realise was going to be such a mistake to tell them that. But they knew. And I came to school one Monday morning, and I saw my friends. Went up to my friends, I was like, hello. And then they just like berated me with insults, like, way, I'm not gonna way, like that, just knobhead. And I was like, okay. Pretty like, what had I done to deserve such treatment? Had I, like shat myself? Had I like forgotten to wear clothes that particular day? No. What I'd done was silly. In London, the day before, 11 men had kicked a ball between a couple of sticks more times than another group of 11 men in a 90-minute period. Because of that, I was now facing being thrown in a bin. Thrown in like an actual bin, like a dumpster bin. Like that idea was floated around as a genuine punishment for that, which I think's kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. Yeah, but I don't know. I think even when Liverpool lost, I couldn't get my revenge, which sucked because there was too many of them. It just wasn't worth it. To be honest, I was trying to just like mitigate the damage and not like piss them off, pretty much. I noticed that like how Liverpool fans act after a defeat is similar to how some men would say their girlfriends act during certain times of the month. You have to treat them quite similar. I mean, I'd come into school and I'd see my mate Steve and be like, "You right, Steve?" And he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm fine." "Are you sure? Can I get you anything?" He said, "I'm fine, lad. Fuck off." "Whoa! Sorry, Steve. You're right. know, I love you. He doesn't appreciate me. I don't know, it's hard for Liverpool fans, it really is. I mean, they're red till they die, not just until they're 50. Yeah. Transition. Right, straight white male stuff. Right, okay. Just get ready for a hard right turn, that's what we're doing now. Changing the subject. Straight white male. I am a straight white male, which was pretty cool for about 150 years, but I think people have kind of realised our shtick now. It's not as cool. They've kind of seen through it. They've seen through the facade of, I don't know, challenging people at the duels. It's not as cool anymore. It's still useful. I mean, if you want to like not get harassed, this is what you go for. This is pretty good. But in terms of being cool, you just can't claim that anymore. I mean, when I fill out those questionnaires for interviews for jobs, there's all the different categories. I just feel like I'm getting every single one wrong. I'll be like, race. A lot of great options. I'll be like, you know, Caribbean, South African, you know, Jewish. I'm like, oh, shit, these are great. And then I've got to go right, not even Irish, I've got to go right to the bottom. I've got to think, white, British. I feel ashamed just doing that. Same with like gender, you know, female, that's a classic. Male, sexuality as well. I mean, there's a lot of options for sexuality now. I love to pick one of them, but you know, sometimes I might pick other, just a kind of mystery. Maybe they, you know, just if they bring it up, I'll be like, yeah, I'm really straight. Yeah, I don't know. We are struggling though, straight white men, some of the young ones. We're struggling with not being cool anymore. We're having to come up with our own shit now. I mean, people have tried all different things. I mean, like Will, we tried being bisexual, that's kind of bringing it back. Alcoholism, that's a pretty good one. That kind of, you know, people like bragging about that. I was recently at the doctor's, and he was like, you might have autism. I wasn't there for an autism thing. I was getting my nose checked. He said, you might have autism. I was like, get in! A reason! Something cool! Finally. You're probably thinking, that's a weird reaction to have, but from my point of view, it doesn't affect anything, it doesn't change anything, it just means everything I've done already is now more impressive. Like, I could go up to my brother and be like, you know when we played FIFA a few years ago, and we drew 1-1? Well, one of us had autism. So, it's kind of a win, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've mentioned it before, but, you know, alcohol, drugs, these are kind of things. Getting addicted seems to be pretty cool these days. I mean, would anyone on drugs right now? That's pretty. Are you on drugs? No? Okay.
He definitely does.
Close, okay. That's good, I think. No, I'm on drugs. For me, it's always been weird, because before I came to university, my mum came into my room while I was packing, and she said, Barney, I want you to make me a promise. You're going to get offered a lot of drugs at uni. It's going to happen, you know. But even like a little bit of weed can lead to, you know, some a bit more, maybe a bit of cat and a bit of coke, and then before you know, it's anything you can get your hands on. So I want you to promise me you're not going to do any drugs. And I said, I promise, which is quite big. I've never had to make a promise to my mum before. And I did. I believed it. Anyway, I've been here for 1.5 years now. No one's offered me drugs. Why? What's wrong? What's happening here? Why is no one offering me any drugs? It's affecting my self-confidence now. That I'm hearing how much drugs there are, and no one's offered me anything. I haven't even offered weed. I don't know. What's wrong with me? I should be offered drugs. I've already offered them so I can reject them. Be like, no, thank you. Gaining the moral superiority, but no, nothing. I mean, I had a flatmate from last year. I don't think he's here. Total loser. He stayed in his room all day. When I did see him, he talked about Ben Shapiro a lot. I don't know why. He talked about feminism in a not very, I don't know, positive way. And he smelt a bit as well. He had a bad breath. Bit of a, I guess, incel is the word we use. I don't think he's there. Anyway, last week, my current flatmate came up to me and he said, did you hear Jeffrey's the guy, that's his name. I probably should have changed it, but Jeffrey, he's in the hospital. He's sorry, I should be saying to him. Jeffrey's in the hospital, he's OD'd. How the fuck did he get drugs before I did? My God. How does that make me feel? This guy's getting offered drugs before I am. My God. I'm trying to be offered some, just so I can say no and like kind of look really cool, like, oh, yeah, this thing's killing. But no, no one's even offered me them yet. So, it's getting pretty bad, I'm getting pretty desperate. Like the other day someone offered me a cigarette, like just casually, like, hey, do you want one too, Barney? I was like, oh my God, yes! No, no thank you, this thing's giving me cancer. But it was just very nice to have the opportunity to just, you know, it got bad though, so I was back again like the next week being like, oh, got anything stronger you can offer me that I can reject? He's like, no. I was like, oh, come on man, just get me through the week. No, not offering me anything. So, I don't know. If you want to offer me some drugs, I'll be over there. I'll say no, but it'd be nice. Yeah. That's all from me. Thank you.
Barney! The final game of this half is budget cuts. For that, I need Emilia, Will, Barney, and Vincent.
No. Your votes.
So budget cuts are given a movie genre, and these four have to act out the scene in it. After a while, I want to stop, and unfortunately, the budget gets cut, and one of them has to go. And you lot, the audience, will choose that by clapping for who's most important, and it goes again with 3 people and 2, until there's just one person in the entire scene and 4 people by themselves. Can we get a genre for them, please?
Western.
Anything other than Western?
Spy thriller.
Oriental.
A movie musical.
What? Musical!
Why couldn't we watch Spies?
Got it correct.
Good.
Hey chaps, welcome to the happiest place in town.
Ruby.
Oh, let's get me going. You're out of time. What are you doing, John? You've been over this.
I'm new to the
You're ruining the song.
I'm not You're not
This is meant to be a movie musical. You're ruining it for everyone.
Stop it if you calm down. This is our barbershop quartet, and if you don't get your act together, you're not going to be able to join.
I mean, the last guy, yeah, I didn't know if, oh, I'm sorry.
We'll try again.
Okay.
Go for it.
Ooh, yeah.
Boots and captain, 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 boots and captain. Your turn.
Oh.
Bass part.
I don't know the word.
You're ruining this for everyone. There are children watching this, you monster.
Didn't know I was going to be in such a meta barbershop quartet, to be honest.
You saw the sign that said Meta Barbershop Quartet.
You're a piece of shit. I feel so sad that I want to start a ballad.
Take it away.
I'm alone! Good.
Unseen! So, clap if you think Barney was most important.
Yes.
Clap if you felt Vincent was most important. Clap if you think Emilia was most important. Clap if you think Will was most important. Sorry, Will, you're too big
That's
now.
good with me.
Take it away again.
Hey guys, welcome to the happiest place in town. Let's get me going. John, you're out of time.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is a barbershop quartet. You're going to be allowed to join the barbershop quartet and can't keep time.
I'm so. You shit, mate! Am I doing it better now?
We'll give it another go. Okay, ready? Boots and captain, boots and captain, boots and captain, boots and captain, boots. Bass part. Oh my gosh, you still can't do it.
I'm sorry. You bastard, there are children watching this!
Literally, what he said. Like, you know,
I'm sorry, I'm trying my best.
you were doing a meta barbershop quartet when you saw the sign.
Oh, I thought it was just saying that I'd met a barbershop quartet.
You met the meta barbershop quartet. Try saying that 5 times fast. Anyway.
No.
Oh, I feel like maybe you should start that.
Okay. I was alone. Good. Ah.
Nancy. Clap, you think Barney was most important. Clap if you thought Emilia was most important. And clap if you thought Vincent was most important. I don't know, but I'm choosing you.
Okay, thank you.
Hey guys, welcome to the happiest place in town. Yeah, let's go, keep going. John, you're out of time. What are you doing?
I'm sorry.
Joining the barbershop quartet, you'll be able to join the barbershop quartet if you can't keep time.
I'm just trying my best over here.
You're shit, mate. Yeah, what he said.
It's offensive to me, I think.
What's the point? Give it another go. Give it another go. Okay, ready? Come on, bass part.
You bastard, there are children watching.
Hey,
Go sing a ballad, wanker.
I was
Nancy! Who thought Barney was most important? Who thought Emilia was more important? Good luck.
Alright. What a sunny day. What are you doing, Will? I think. What were you doing, Will? I'm just. Oh, this is not what I'm meant to be doing? No, you idiot. What are you doing? I'm just trying my best. I'm sorry. Oh, so stupid. Let's just try it again, okay? Yeah, okay. Ruby. Oh my God, Bill, what are you doing? There are children watching, you bastard. You piece of shit. I'm sorry, I'm gonna go sing a ballad about my feelings. I was alone.
Nancy! That was good, guys. And we finished with our first half now. We've got a 10-minute break, and we have some people at the front for you to write the prompts on for a game in the second half called Who's Line. Write a phrase, a word, anything really.
Give a round of applause again. Yeah.
Did you miss me?
Yeah.
Thanks, smacking citizen. Back for a second half. Let's get on with it then. Our first improv of this half is Who's Line? For that I need Will and Vincent.
I'll take most of it. Well, I've got the rest of it, so yeah.
You just leave one for each.
There you go.
What is this?
So Who's Line uses those pieces of paper which you wrote during the break, and our two lovely improvisers are going to be using them for this game. But occasionally they'll read what you wrote down. Can we get a crisis for them to be in?
Something that's closed down.
That's a tragedy.
They wanted ice cream with the broccoli. wrong name.
No, I like Sultan's more.
I know you do.
So, Sultan's is closed down.
He's unfamiliar with
What do you mean I don't know what Sultan's is? Can we get another crisis, please?
Sultan's not Sultan like that.
No, he doesn't know what Sultan's is.
That's the crisis.
Yeah. You don't know what Sultan's is, that's the crisis.
So, you don't know what Sultan's is?
I don't know what Sultan's is.
So, okay, so there's this, it's, you know campus?
No.
Where we are?
I'm not sure. Is that in York?
No, Lancaster. Right, you know, right next to the... Your wife has died.
What's the game?
You know the place where your wife died? You go round the corner.
The IKEA?
Yes, yes. So you're at the IKEA. There's that bit, the sofa, just... That was her, yeah. And then you go around there, and...
Is that how they make food in some?
It is.
And why they closed? Wait, no, that's an alternate reality. Never mind.
Yeah, they're not closed down, because I'm trying to show you where they are.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah. You know what I always say? Smooth endoplastic reticulum.
You do always say that.
I do. You could say your wife was a...
Ingrown toenail?
She was. I don't know, really, to be fair. I found one of them in my Sultan's was.
But that is not pleasant. So what did my wife die of? Was it...
Yeston Jones.
Yeston Jones?
She died of Yeston Jones. And
You know
the last thing that Yeston Jones said is, I'm approaching your location at 35 miles an hour. So Yeston Jones on his way to IKEA in his Prius.
Was he breaking the fourth wall?
He was. He was talking to the whole audience, but your wife, not his wife, was right there, and he just, you know, it was quite tragic.
Was there no chance of an organ donation?
No, all organs just like flat, like pavement.
I did mean, you know, for her, not...
Oh, no, sorry, she was...
You were sensitive.
I know I said, but they had to get like a snowshoe.
2001 called. They hit the... Oh dear, no. That's the way to read them before.
Gulag for you, writing that. Okay.
Are you Evan Wong?
No, that's another ex-member of the society. John Lee, are you John Lee?
No, I have no idea who that is. Is he a relative of Christopher Lee?
He is.
Toblerone boots.
Toblerone boots. You know what the best thing at Sultan's is?
The Toblerone boots?
No, the spunk muffin.
I see! No, you got so many balls!
It's fine.
The next one was incest.
So that was Who's Line. Now we're going to another quicker improv game, another should have said. For that, I need Will and Emilia. Guess they love you, Will.
Yeah.
But the should have said, there's a mystery, I'm trying to solve it, but occasionally I'm going to say should have said, and I'm going to change the last thing they said. You understand this?
Yes.
Should have said.
No.
Should have said.
Your mum.
It's the point of a mystery film to try to solve.
Who's the detective?
We'll take it. Who's the detective?
Ah, monsieur, welcome to the mansion.
Ah.
Yes. There is a crime that has been committed and you need to solve it.
There is indeed. But first we must acquire with this magnifying glass who the detective is.
Should have said.
We must acquire with this penknife who your mother is.
Oh, yes, it is my mother that has died, but maybe I could use my magnifying glass to inspect. Oh, you've opened her like a carbon.
Ah.
Should have said.
You've opened her like a tray of muffins. Yes.
I am a professional muffin tray opener.
Ah.
You know. Yes.
How frequently do you do that?
9 to 5.
Should have said.
On weekends.
Should have said.
When I'm free.
Makes sense, makes
Yeah.
sense. Okay, so she is dead.
She is now,
That
because
is
I've just opened her like a tray of muffins.
So I'm thinking maybe we should maybe close her again. There we go. Yes, that might be
Because
ideal.
there was a lot of...
The blood spray was sort of,
we were in the splash zone,
we were,
so to
maybe
speak.
move out of the splash.
Should have said.
Maybe we should move back into the
Ah,
splash.
I
Maybe we
see.
should get from.
Oh.
Maybe we should jump over her.
Oh.
And maybe we should jump back over her.
We should.
Maybe we should think about what we're going to do next.
I think we should find the detective.
Yes.
Should have said.
I think we should pretend to be detectives.
Should have said.
I think I should smash my magnifying glass over your mother's head, and the glass shards will arrange themselves in such a way as in tea leaves in a cup to tell us who the detective is.
That's somewhat offensive, but let's go for it anyway.
Should have said.
That is not offensive at all, and we should go for it anyway.
And see. We got another improv game in line for you. This one's called Bandersnatch. This time, Will, Emilia, Barney, and Vincent. So, for this, we have 2 people in the seas, and we have 2 people outside of the sea. Every so often, I'll say trees, and they'll each give their opinion on what should happen, and you'll clap for which one you want to see more. Can we get a location for them to be in?
IKEA. A mosque.
You want them?
A synagogue.
You're not getting better.
I think we're going to go with roof right here. Just see where it goes. Take it away.
Hey Barry, I was looking for the shelving units. I got it lost. What are you doing?
I was looking for the meatballs.
Oh, yeah, they're on floor 3.
That's
Quite high.
quite a...
It's a big IKEA.
You always get lost in IKEA,
I
don't
do,
you?
I mean,
It's like,
it's tricky.
you
There's
just,
a big, you know, there's a big map and it's like a little
Yeah.
green.
you just end up on the roof. It's like,
I went through the door that said roof because I thought it said floor 3.
Yeah.
And then I realised it's like, wow, it locks on itself.
I just read roof.
Yeah.
Freeze! Vincent, what should happen next?
Will finds a self-assembly dog.
What about you, Barney?
The Swedish are coming.
Applaud if you want Will to find a self-assembly dog.
I expected that.
Thanks.
Applaud if you believe it. The Swedish are coming.
But yeah, I thought it was like a dog park situation.
Yeah.
But
What? Oh my god. There's hundreds of them. Why?
they're all,
They're kind of forks with meatballs on.
yeah, they're all dressed as chefs.
Yeah, with the really long arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that the Swedish?
It could be.
Based on the stereotypes that we've just envisioned, I'm thinking that's
She
the
happens to know
Swedish.
if they're any good at climbing. Because we
No,
might
it's
be
not.
Freeze! Barney, what should happen next?
The Norwegians are coming.
How about you, Vincent?
It starts being pelted with Danish pastries. I guess I'm losing this because you know no one laughed. You want to go first, Barney?
Clap if you want the Norwegians to come.
That's conclusive.
The Norwegians are coming.
There's a Norwegian man masturbating in the parking lot.
That's not
Oh, yeah, he's been stabbed.
He's been devoured.
It's like that guy in Compere that like got like pyroclastic flow behind him.
Yeah.
Bless him. Lots of blood. Oh, they can climb.
Oh, and they started. Yes.
Please! Vincent, what teeth can you sharpen next?
They are bombarded with shrimp.
How about you, Barney?
They put together a table.
Who wants them to be bombarded with shrimp?
He wants them to put together a table.
You put together a table.
You need weapons because we can
Yes.
throw at them. Maybe there's kind of there will help.
I was thinking more the smoke.
Oh yeah, that works as well.
Yes, let's do that. You've got a screwdriver.
Yes, I have one on my person at all times. You don't need to know where.
Okay.
Let's just put that like.
Is this?
I don't think
Does
that's
this one?
No, that's not meant to come off. No. Maybe later. Let's focus on the four legs on the table.
Oh, they're up the second floor.
Oh God. Okay. Faster. There we go. Oh, I missed.
You hit the Norwegian.
Now it's time for the final stand-up act of the night. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stage, Ethan!
Hello, my name's Ethan. It's nice to be here. This is my first time doing stand-up in front of a crowd. So if things do go a bit naff, just remember the last time I was on stage with a script was during the Year 6 Christmas play. So here's hoping that I don't suddenly burst into song about how much I love Jesus or need my music teacher to mouth my lines to me. To calm my nerves of doing stand-up for the first time, I am using some of the techniques I was taught back in the nativity days. So I am imagining you all naked right now. You are naked. Feel a bit left out, I might undo a button or something. So if you can't quite place my accent, I'm from the Midlands. I'm from a place called Tamworth, which is close enough to Birmingham so that most people have a stupid accent, but far away enough so that most people are racist. Sorry, I should clarify. I'm not. I don't have a strong Tamworth accent. Do you know what So my name's Ethan Nunn, which is a weird surname, but you are what you eat. And those of you familiar with your Midlands geography would be quite right to point out the similarity between the North Warwickshire market town Nuneaton and my fucking name. I love my parents, but they shouldn't be allowed to name children. Me and my poor brother Jack, middle name of all trades master of. I'm not the only person I know with a bad name. It kind of runs in the family. My grandparents misspelled Stephen when naming my dad. They forgot the T. He's just 7. There was a girl in my chemistry class called Effie who had an iron deficiency. Effie. Yeah. There we go. Like Jackson Park, I guess you're right. But there are some people who do have fitting surnames, or just names in general. Specifically surnames, you don't often get fitting first names. But some people do, like I said, have fitting surnames. Boris Johnson. And back home in Tamworth, my local baker was called Jim Baker. And my local smith was called Dan Smith. And my local butcher was called John McDonald. And he was fat as fuck. The future. scared of the future. I'm scared of time 60 years from now when Ethan's considered an old man's name, or worse, 20 years later when Zayden is too. I don't think I'd make a good old person. I'm shit at bingo. I still feel old, you know, my back hurts. I don't have the energy to do things. I'm envious of people with energy, people who wake up in the morning and decide to go for a run. They're not being chased, they're not hunting for food, they're just for fun. I don't understand people with energy. Hotel entertainment staff who every morning at 10 AM get all the English tourists who've woken up hungover by their kids jumping up and down on the bed, all of them in the pool doing aqua aerobics, star jumps, lunges, stupid walks from side to side, looking like a zoo training seals of all colours on the sunburn spectrum. I don't know where they get their energy from. I'm knackered after a wank. I still do quite stereotypical old people things though, so if I'm getting the double-decker into town, I'll try and sit downstairs if I can. I feel that's quite an old person thing to do, isn't it? Taking the bus. I'm really grumpy too. I hate when I'm talking to someone and they think it's a good opportunity to talk about their dreams or something they've thought of. Oh, I had a weird dream last night. I was eating a giant marshmallow and when I woke up my pillow was gone. Ha 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 ha. I was talking to someone and they mentioned how they got really bad intrusive thoughts and how sometimes when they're in public they get a really strong urge to wave their hand in the air and cause a little bit of a scene. Those are your bad intrusive thoughts? I have what I've, until this point, called thoughts that involve crimes! I'm not allowed to hold my baby cousin because I know I will just fucking love it! I can't walk my nan by the side of the canal because my brain will just say, come on then. I'm really grumpy. I hate internet motivational quotes that they always follow the phrase, you know what they say, where they is either some self-obsessed philosopher, Canadian former ice hockey player Wayne Gretzky, or fucking nobody. You know what they say, live, laugh, love. You know what they say, cheese gives you weird dreams. Gives me the shits. Still eat it though. I had too much cheese the other evening, and to be fair, I did have a weird dream that night. I had a weird dream I was drinking a giant chocolate milkshake. It's not only the future I'm scared of, I'm also scared of the past and the present. Balloons popping, tennis balls. I got startled the other night because I thought that a pile of clothes on my chair was a monster. So I quickly turned the light on and found out that it was just a pile of clothes and that Splogbutt Eater of Toes was under the bed where he's meant to be. But I'm not scared of everything though. I love trying new things, although I don't always take advantage of opportunities when they arise, which means people quite often, quite condescendingly tell me, you're going to regret that when you're going to regret not doing that when you're older. Looking back on my life, I have no regrets over the things that I haven't done. 100% of my regrets are over things that I've done. Confessing to my crush, investing in crypto, eating a margarita pizza before a transatlantic flight. But no, I do love trying new things. I tried dance lessons, I took dance lessons. I tried salsa and tango, but that made the dip too fizzy. Maybe orange juice would work. I love making orange juice. I'm always really careful to remove all the white bits. I hate orange pith, so I'm always drinking lots of water to stay hydrated. I I especially love trying new food, so I had a doner kebab recently. Santa wasn't very happy. I've got a bunch of useful gadgets in my kitchen so I can make some nice meals at home. So I've got a mandolin slicer, which works really well with guitars too. I've got a lazy Susan and a slow cooker, who'd both probably work faster if I paid them. And I've got an air fryer who's always too busy preaching air Catholicism to do anything. As you've been so nice tonight, I'm going to give you some tips I've found out while working with food. Did you know there's actually nothing stopping you from breaking spaghetti before cooking it? It fits in the pan better. You can just do it, no one's stopping you. You can do it if you want to. No consequences. I found out that you can't make every meal taste better by adding garlic, mayonnaise. And I also found out if you sprinkle cheese on your chips, you get kicked out of the casino. Since I've started cooking and eating more, I've also picked up badminton to try and offset any weight I might have gained. I would have done tennis, but it sounds a lot more dangerous. I don't know if you've heard of tennis elbow, but it's a medical condition where all the bits and bobs inside your elbow swell up, and apparently it's really painful. Now you can see why I'm scared of tennis balls. See ya.
Next up, we got an improv game called Interrogation. Barney, Will, Emilia and Vincent. For interrogation, we got 2 cops and a criminal that doesn't know what they've done being interrogated. Before I continue, can you leave? So, Emilia, she's done a crime, she's done something, she's done it somewhere, and with someone. Who did she do it with?
Snoopy.
She did it with Snoopy, but what did she do?
Push the grandma into a canal.
Who would ever do that?
I don't know. But where did she do it? Anywhere a bit more wackier.
The gulag.
In the gulag.
Uh-oh.
So, just to recap, what did she do?
Push the grandma into the canal.
Where did she do it?
The gulag.
And who did she do it with?
Snoopy.
So, on 3, let's say Emilia, come back in. 1, 2, 3. Emilia, come back in!
Right. Sit down.
Whoa.
You know why you're here.
Do I?
Before we start the interrogation, would you like some peanuts?
I hate peanuts.
Do I hate peanuts?
I don't know.
Does someone else hate peanuts?
No.
It's not a relevant snap, one might say.
Is it? Okay, I'll put it away.
Yes. I don't know. Anyway,
We'll find out later.
Yeah, we'll find out later. Why?
When?
Oh.
How?
Where?
These are all questions that you go to.
Do I?
Yes.
Okay.
We only need 3 of them.
Yeah. So, thought you'd go on a walk, did you?
I always do.
Yeah. Interesting that you go on a walk. Right there, of all places.
Oh.
So we barge in. Yeah. And just you know, do that. To her of all people.
Oh, yeah.
We are very angry with them.
We are.
Sounding like a
what finished the job. Yeah, we know.
What you did that day was a carnal sin. But don't worry.
Okay. I put someone in a river.
Not any.
Oh, one of the big ones.
No, a small man-made one.
A canal.
Yes.
Oh, I put someone in the canal.
Yes, you did.
I didn't even have the dignity to do it on one on Mars.
I put David Bowie in a canal.
The only evidence left of who you put in the canal was the fucking Zimmer frame. Yeah?
Did I push Ethan's grandma into the canal?
It might have been. Was it your grandma?
Well, we asked it yes.
Well, there you go. Yes, you did. You did put her into the canal. Yeah.
I pushed an elderly person into the canal.
Yeah, and grandma.
My grandma.
Yeah.
You didn't even have the decency to do it alone.
Oh,
You
yeah.
dragged down such a meaningful celebrity to your world of sin. Like another peanut.
They're relevant now.
Ah, yes. Was it a person I did this with?
His nemesis, the Red Baron, was furious.
Yeah. You know, he was snooping. Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe
He was snooping.
I was snooping.
Snoop Dogg was not present.
He wasn't.
One might say that Snoopy and I pushed a grandma into the canal.
Yeah. But where was this canal?
Not here, which I thought it was.
No.
You are a disgrace to Mother Russia.
Yeah.
Excuse me?
There is that.
Moscow canal.
No.
No. Definitely wasn't it. That
You will be
was
returning to one of these soon.
You see, we should also have you
For your crimes.
we should have you done for breaking and entering and trespassing.
Spoken to a gulag.
You did. And from there you pushed Snoopy. No, you didn't push Snoopy. So you pushed Snoopy. Oh, you bamboozling me with your criminal tricks.
That's what I
That's what you do.
do. Me.
Take her away.
Unseen. That was Interrogation. Now we're on our final improv game of the night. Time Lord. That can all the improvisers come up and Ethan. So before I start explaining what Time Lord is, can I get a prompt, please?
Peaches. What? Peaches.
Peaches, we use that. Time Lord are improvisers who come out and do a scene, and from that scene they'll evolve out. And me, as a Time Lord, will say, flash forward to this, or flash back to that, and they'll just adapt the scene to that. So, your prompt is Peaches.
Hello everyone and welcome to the Princess Peach lookalike contest. I'm here today with some of our contestants.
Hello,
Why don't you tell me a little bit about yourself?
I'm Peach. Yeah,
I meant you as a person, but sure.
I'm Peach.
Excellent. Keeping up
Not
the impression. Method
I'm
acting.
definitely not Bowser. Not Bowser. I'm not Bowser. Not Bowser. Not Bowser. No, I'm not Bowser. I'm Peach.
Sounds like you're having a bit of a crisis.
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. Mario keeps stamping my plants again.
Oh, okay.
Flashback to Mario stamping the plants.
Plants?
Look, we can't afford to take on the risk of this line, but it's frankly,
It's a me, Mario! What are you doing, Smoke? What are you doing? What's it look like I'm doing? I'm stamping on your insurance plants.
Back to the present.
That sounds like a really hard time for you.
Yeah, I'm on insurance now.
Oh, I'm going to talk to someone else.
Understandable.
Keep it light, guys. Okay, next up, what's your name?
Will.
Lovely, and what brought you here today to this contest?
Money.
Yeah, the prize money of £6,000, guys. Yeah.
I'm in debt.
Oh, how did that happen?
Flashback to all getting to debt.
I
I'm going to take all your money.
Don't do that. Please.
Yoink.
Oh.
Back to the present.
You didn't have a lot of money on you, did you?
No, he took it by osmosis. Yeah. Me neither. But, you know, it stopped me gambling it away.
Oh, well that's...
That was the previous problem.
Oh, yeah.
Flashback to him gambling his previous money away.
You lost. Oh, you lost again.
Yeah, you lost.
I don't know what to tell you.
Back to
You
the
know what you
present.
look like.
Oh, and then he's what inspired you.
He told me I look like Princess Peach.
Lovely. Well, the costume's marvellous.
Thank you.
I'm going to talk to some of the other contestants now.
Fine.
Next up, we have...
My name's Peach.
Oh, very in character.
I'm a little princess.
Under what circumstances?
Love.
Okay, well that's not what we're here for. But like anyone in the audience wants to take him up on that later, feel free. Okay.
Flash forward to that happening.
Come on. Numbers in the air. Numbers in the air.
Back to the present.
Still there.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, that's the problem.
That's never going to happen now.
Oh, okay. Too bad.
I'm
Too bad.
standing until I happen now.
So our first contest for you guys is a princess posing competition. So if you could all hit me with your best princess pose.
I've seen the.
Oh, sorry.
You've been practicing. excellent work.
Thanks.
So, let me go to you all sort of individually. If we could just have maybe a sentence on what winning this would mean to you.
This is a dream.
You don't sound very interested in this competition. Why are you here?
$6 grand.
£6 grand. Yeah, what would you spend your £6 grand on?
Flash forward to him spending the £6 grand.
Hello, I'd like to buy something for $6 grand, please.
Yeah, so we've got this thing here, and then that.
Whoa! Yeah, that. I like that for $6 grand.
That?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It's.
I like fraud!
Yes.
Puppet.
Yeah.
Sentient puppet.
So you see, just some instructions. You
I don't
just
want to be
take,
sold
you
again!
take your hand.
Back to the present.
Interesting. Yeah. And what would you spend your £6 grand on?
I think we know. There's always the slot machines.
What was it that made you get into gambling?
Flashback to what got him into gambling.
What does that do?
You pull it.
Yeah?
When are you gonna go?
Oh, alright. Spot me a tenner.
No, just do it.
Oh, do I just... Is that how that works? Oh, alright then.
You're the boss.
Oh, I feel like I need to make up for the loss.
Yeah.
Oh.
You lost again.
Back to the present.
Hooked.
Yeah. You've been rather quiet so far. Why don't you come out to the front and tell us what the fuck you're doing here? You're not dressed as Princess Peach.
That's because I'm Kermit the Frog. I was brought here by my Vincent slave.
Not yet, that's the future.
Oh, well, I'm a time traveling puppet.
Oh, and how did you discover you were a time traveler?
By accident.
Interesting.
Flash forward to any time travel?
How the f*** does that work?
I don't know.
Okay, Gavin, time to get ready for some puppeting.
Never! Oh my god, a time portal! Whoa!
Back to the present.
That was a rather quick explanation.
Well, you're sure on time.
Yeah, we are. So, I haven't come to you yet.
Hello.
Just a sentence on what winning this would mean to you.
Lost.
Cool. Okay, so next comes the audience participation section.
This seems like a bad idea.
Yeah.
Flash forward to after the audience participation.
I still think that was a bad idea.
That was offensive on many levels.
Yeah.
They made
What is wrong with you people?
Well, I'm sorry.
Should be ashamed of
Princess
yourselves.
Peach,
Sorry.
actually, just thought,
The real one.
because wasn't she like meant to be judging?
Flashback to what happened to the real Princess Peach.
Princess Peach.
Yeah.
Anyone, you're getting this covered. And I don't want a sound from you till after the competition's over, alright? You stay in there.
I'm both Bowser and Peach.
Back to the present.
Nothing happened to her. That muffled shouting from the store cupboard is like, there's a snake in there.
I thought I saw her when I kidnapped her last time.
You see, you
No.
Flashback to Bowser kidnapping Peach last time.
Well, I was picturing that.
Back to the present.
Yeah. No, this time it was some guy called Jeff kidnapped her. Jeff, and put her in a...
Jeff
no,
who?
sorry, Jeff didn't kidnap her and put her in a cupboard at all. I don't know what you're... Can we cut the tape, guys, out of the floor before I get arrested?
Flash 40, Peach escaping the cupboard.
Yeah, that's me. Yep, I've got two now. I'm Peach!
It's a guest
Kill him.
No.
Oh, hello. Oh, it's been, I've been in a dark place. Oh, fucking hell, Bowser's here. I'm going back in the cupboard.
Oh, right.
See! That was Time Lord, and that's the end of our game. You've been a lovely audience, and yeah, praise people.